This should be fun!
Family don't end with blood.
I regret this already.
Hello? Not an idiot. See ya!
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Give him the bits. The bits. The bits.
The things I do for love.
I will never, ever turn my back on people who need me. Bigger! Cartoons.
Like he says, stars. Can't do it. Not today. Beware the wrath of the gods. Be gone!
Save it for the high priest, honey. You're gonna need it.
Miguel, it's not working. Miguel!
This episode features themes of colonialism, religion, and hypersexuality in film. Have fun!
Welcome back to Why Should I Watch That?
Why should I watch that?
Why should I watch that? I'm Mayra.
I'm Sam. I don't have anything clever this week. So once again, we had audio issues from hell. However, this time, much like a popular Disney franchise where a small girl wishes for an angel and gets a demon instead, we have been gifted with
from the gods above or below,
from some kind of god, and I think we might sound a little better, guys. What do you think?
I
think we're getting better.
Tweet at us if we sound better.
Oh my god, at us. Please at us. We tried so hard.
Yes.
I don't have a whole lot of notes this time.
You had less notes on the other one.
I had, but it's not like a whole fuck ton. It's like a page and a little bit.
I'm proud of you.
It's a page and a little bit, and you did a really good job.
So, if you guys guessed it, we are doing Road to El Dorado.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
I can't wait. I don't sound excited, but I can't wait. I love this movie.
Also, if you hear me throughout the episode going microphone or mic, it's because someone's talking away from their mic. Mayra.
Am I? Oh.
No, Mayra was doing this.
Okay. So yes, we are watching perhaps one of the gayest movies Disney has ever produced. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck is that? I googled.
It wasn't Disney.
It wasn't. You're right. It wasn't Disney.
It's DreamWorks.
I googled El Dorado synopsis so I could read off the good synopsis to you guys, and I got heartless tycoon Bart Jason hires a group of thugs to force the MacDonald family out of El Dorado so he can claim their land. That's not El Dorado.
That is not the El Dorado we want. So, yes, perhaps the gayest movie DreamWorks has ever produced. The Road to El Dorado.
It is an iconic piece. It's great.
There are so many one-liners in this movie.
So many one-liners.
So many, and they're so good.
Also, the beginning... Oh, I'm not going to get into that. We're going to save it till after we read off all the stuff. Is there anything else we wanted to say before we start getting into the show? Any life updates or anything? Oh! I remember that thing.
Oh.
So, we record in a
laundry room.
Laundry room. So does Morbid.
I know.
Hey, Morbid, we can be laundry buddies.
Buddies.
You wanna mash our shit together and do a collab at Morbid?
I got the perfect show.
What would that even be?
Crime.
The Act.
Oh shit! What?
There's a show called The Act, which is based on a true crime incident that happened.
I was actually thinking of 72 Hours or something like that, but that would be cool too. Hell yeah! There are so many things we could do with them.
I know. I mean, there's the Ted. Well, they already did the Ted Bundy
movie. Yeah, but
movie.
they talked about it on their own. We could talk about it too.
I know, but there's also the Jeffrey Dahmer movie.
The People Dahmer, yes.
Yeah,
I'm familiar.
There's also
the
John Wayne Gacy movie.
Okay, all I'm saying is TLDR Morbid. If you listen to this, we like your faces, and we should do a thing.
Yep.
Okay, so like we said, this week we're we're watching The Road to El Dorado, one of the gayest movies by DreamWorks. Yeah, it's good shit.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say first impressions, but I realized we've all probably seen this a million times.
So I watched this a fuck ton when I was younger. It did make me gay.
I watched this when it came out, and after, so...
I think I watched it a lot when I was, like, really young, like, when it first came out, and then I stopped watching it for some reason, and then I rewatched it this week and went, what mistakes did I make in my life to not watch this anymore?
So, I don't remember our own format.
So I should read the synopsis.
You read the synopsis, and then I go into the general information.
Yes,
Yep.
we do.
And then, another thing we forgot to do for Jumanji.
Like, for real?
Yeah. To tell them where they could watch it.
Oh, fuck.
So we can't forget to do that for this.
So we should probably do that right now.
We should. Hold on, let me go back to Google real fast.
She's already got it, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. So right now the only places that you can watch it for free is Hulu.
Or VHS if you still have it.
Or DVD. I have it on DVD. But right now the only one, if you have a Hulu subscription, you can watch it. Everything else, I think Vudu has it, but when I try to check on there, or no, Amazon Prime, when I try to check on there, it didn't actually let me play it. You can buy it from Amazon Prime. Sorry, I'm scared to move this way because of the little red box.
Okay, well then move your chair.
I can't because of
can?
the dryer.
Oh, that's fair. We would have to move the little red box. Fun fact, the little red box is what's making all of our mics work, and we're not fucking touching it.
Nope.
There
we go.
Did scooching the table slightly help?
Yes.
Okay.
So, what was I? The Hulu subscription. Amazon Prime says you can see it. I tried to see it. It didn't let me.
Did you have to pay for it? Because some of their stuff is behind a paywall.
Yeah, so I had to pay for it. I watched it through Hulu. I have that too.
Yeah. If you just have their standard subscription, you don't have to get like their HBO or whatever. It's just their paid service.
So, and then everything, if you don't have Hulu, you can purchase it on YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, pretty much anywhere you can purchase an online movie. Or you can go to, I think, most of your thrift shops.
Literally any thrift shop should have a copy of either the VHS or the DVD. Yes, we're old. Deal with it.
Hell yeah.
Jay, would you like to take us away?
I will take you away. Okay, so the movie synopsis that I definitely had pulled up and didn't have an issue with. Thank you, Sam. Two con men get hold of a map to the lost city of gold, El Dorado. After stowing away on one of the ships of the Spanish explorer Cortez, the pair escapes and eventually do find the city. There, a priest proclaims them to be gods in a scheme to win control of the city for himself. Meanwhile, they meet a beautiful girl who helps them in their ruse. And definitely doesn't make them a throuple.
Such a thruple energy.
Such a throuple. And that is your synopsis. Welcome to the road of El Dorado.
The road to El Dorado.
Definitely didn't forget the word road.
Okay. So, the runtime is 1 hour and 29 minutes, which is another thing we forgot to say for Jumanji. We're really sorry. Last week was, interesting.
Too much caffeine, not enough sleep. Way too overworked. It went... Let me tell you, it was a treat.
You want to see some manic energy.
If by treat I meant a warhead on meth, yes.
So, it was directed by Eric Bilbo Bergeron?
What?
Don Paul. It was written by Ted Elliott and Terry Ruscio. Story by Philip I should practice these names. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is your one job.
I have two, thank you very much.
I'm teasing you.
I know.
Then act like it. Sorry.
Okay. Lazebnik. Philip Lazebnik. That's an odd last name. I'm sorry. Starring Kevin Kling, Kenneth Bragdad. I can never say his last name, first of all. I want to preface this.
Hold on. What is it?
It's Kenneth
Brannigan?
Brannigan?
I can't actually see it. That's my guess. Yeah, Brannigan.
Brannigan?
One of my friend's last names is almost identical to that, except the
Brannigan?
last 2 letters are different.
So, Kenneth Brannigan, Rosie Perez,
Yep.
Armand Asante, Edward James Olmos. Olmos? Yeah. Narrated by Elton John. The music was also performed in a large majority by Elton John. But officially, the music was done by Hans Zimmer and John Powell. It premiered March 31st in 2000. Ooh, 20 years ago.
Oh, fuck you. Almost 21.
Almost 21.
That movie is almost legal to drink. That movie has been driving for a minimum of 3 years.
Oh my god.
Unsupervised.
Unsupervised. But yeah, that's the general information. Any Easter eggs, Mayra?
I have quite a bit of little things.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Fun little. Actually, this movie is quite perverted in its aspects.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Are we gonna talk about the blowjob?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I mean the blowjob, obvious.
Multiple.
So, the multiple blowjobs, the multiple sex scenes. I mean, they don't actually explicitly show it, obviously, because it is a child's movie.
It's a child's movie produced by DreamWorks.
But the second you get the talk from that one kid on YouTube that you definitely meant to click on accident in like 7th grade,
you're like,
you know,
bam.
You're
No,
well aware.
well, there's that. There's also the obvious gay relationship between Tulio and
Miguel.
I almost
they are 2 bisexual disasters, and I will not be taking criticism at this time.
I mean, that was part of the original content. It was cut off to make it more PG.
Can I add on to that real quick?
Yes,
please.
It like 2/3 into the movie, when they think they're about to die from the natives, Tulio's the blonde one.
No,
Miguel.
God damn it. I don't know their names. I'm bad at names. Hi, you've listened to at least 4 episodes of this now. You know. I don't know how many there are. I can't count either. Hi, welcome to that.
You're not
Miguel,
a math gay.
I'm not a math gay. Miguel, right when they think they're about to die from the natives, goes, I'm so sorry for that one girl in this one in that place. And Tulio looks at him and goes, I knew it. Which alludes to, hey, you were right, I cheated on you that one time. And his reaction was just, bitch, you thought.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's for later discussion.
But that is obviously, there's a couple scenes where they almost kissed.
Where they cut it out.
They cut it out. I mean, yes.
They edited it the fuck out. DreamWorks went, oh, you want LGBTQ representation?
Well, bitches 2020, back the fuck up.
Well,
bitches 2000.
There's a whole scene where they cut out where someone's trying to take someone's shirt off. So, hey.
I said 2020 instead of 2000. I'm really mad at myself. Go ahead.
So, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
There's obviously the blowjob scene.
Wait, between Miguel and Tulio?
No, between
between
Tulio
Chel
and Chel. There's many sex scenes between Tulio and Chel. Those 2 horny motherfuckers.
That whole throuple is just
You know they
horny.
at the end of this, like after they leave, they're fucking threesome.
I'm so mad we
That's
never
a
got a
problem.
sequel.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
It's a couple, but with 3.
Oh shit! I learned something new, guys.
Hey.
Another fun, not so horny, perverted thing.
But those are the fun things.
Armadillo. He pops up every fucking where.
Yes. I love him. I'm so mad there's no merch of him.
I
Oh my
know.
god,
yes,
yeah.
There is. There was at one point.
What?
In Mexico, at least.
Mexico is where it's at. We gotta go.
But yes, I remember there was a little stuffed armadillo.
That's so
We
fucking
didn't
cute.
have that shit.
I want one.
Might be looking for Christmas present ideas.
Christmas present, I want the armadillo.
Send Jay the armadillo. Maybe
Send
we'll
Jay every armadillo. I will take so many rescues. I will learn how to take care of armadillos. They don't have to be fake.
They are one of his close favorites.
Yes.
His favorite is the little. What's it, it starts with a P.
Okay, so my favorite animal that I tell people so they don't question me is a tiger. My second most favorite animal is an armadillo. My first favorite is a pangolin because it looks like a sand shrew and it's the cutest shit on the fucking planet.
He always looks like he's nervously waiting to ask you a question, and he's got the little hands and he waddles.
He looks so polite. I fucking love it.
So, yes,
Anyway.
the armadillo.
The armadillo.
He's everywhere. The DreamWorks logo is hidden throughout the movie.
Oh.
One of the major points that you see it in is when the god guy, the creepy, scary guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name.
Blah, blah, blah. We have Google open.
The high priest. There we go.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think they ever say his real name.
They do.
No, he gets named.
Something Rush.
Kind
I'm
of.
not gonna
Miguel,
try.
Tulio, Chel. Jekyll Khan.
Jekyll Khan.
There we
Jekyll
go.
Khan.
Jekyll Khan is flipping through the God's book that tells him how to do the rituals and everything.
Right.
There's an image of a child on a crescent moon fishing right before he gets to the jaguar. So, like, it's pretty much throughout the film they hit it.
Sure. I mean, if I were also in charge of making a giant movie, I would also hide my logo.
Yeah.
Throughout
this
the movie.
was the first major animated film for DreamWorks.
Oh, really?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
In 2000, so.
Oh,
Fun
okay.
one.
Yeah. In a similar vein, this was one of the punishment movies that DreamWorks would send animators off of The Prince of Egypt to go work on Road to El Dorado.
I do remember that.
They also sent animators to go work on Shrek when they were displeased with their product.
Somebody once.
A song that made a meme of a generation.
This was also DreamWorks' first movie not to make a profit in the box office.
It didn't make a profit?
No, so the movie itself made $76 million in the box office. It was a $96 million project.
Oh, poor. How did we do them dirty like that?
I know.
Oh my god.
So it's like one of their first movies not to make it big.
Okay, and it's literally, aside from Shrek, one of the only ones we still talk about. That is a crime.
And How to Train a Dragon.
No, I mean like in pop culture.
No, like,
Shrek is a meme and El Dorado is a meme. Stars Can't Do It Not Today.
Yeah.
Iconic.
We are gods.
I'm pretty sure that was the hint I left for last week too. So
We are mighty and powerful gods. Chel just being
Miguel.
like, bitch, are you...
Miguel.
Miguel.
She knows. She has the brain cell.
Another one is the city of El Dorado and all of its inhabitants and culture style is a mixture of all the indigenous Hispanic cultures.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
That's actually kind of a major criticism of the movie.
We'll
what they wanted to do with the movie is not make it one specific area, because technically they never found El Dorado.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Isn't it technically a person according to myth instead of an actual?
So it's not a person, but it was originally from a Colombian myth. And the story of El Dorado. No, you're right. It was a man covered in gold dust. I was doing this research at like 1 a.m. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. The story of El Dorado itself comes from once the Spaniards found the New World, because Christopher Columbus got paid by the Spaniards. It was not the English. It was the Spanish people.
Yep.
technically, if we're talking about the first people to discover the New World, it was the Nords, because they did that way back when.
I know, but we don't talk about that.
They literally walked in, went whack, and left.
They went,
Yeah.
We're just gonna resupply, okay, bye.
But, you know, obviously England went north, Spain went south.
Imperialism is bad.
And technically the reason is they wanted to find gold, and obviously, like, Pocahontas did this whole thing actually sort of right when they said we want gold. To them, food and stuff like that is gold.
Right.
I thought you meant the Pilgrims, and I went, no, the fuck, it's not. They want riches.
Yeah,
but
no.
I clicked like 2 seconds too late.
Yeah.
One of the major drives for imperialism was God, glory, and gold. And I still remember that from 4th grade. Thanks, American education system.
I know mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and I know how to say the quadratic equation. Do I know how to use any of that? No. But taxes.
No, we don't need that. Nah.
So, yeah, it was known to be... So, El Dorado, for American people who don't understand Spanish, by the way, it actually means the gold. It's not the city of gold, it's just the gold.
So these motherfuckers really took one look at an indigenous population and went...
Gold. Yeah. And Cortez was an actual conqueror.
He's a disgusting human.
Yes, we're not gonna go
too much into it.
Yeah, but he was an actual person who did go into Mexico, did wipe out a civilization.
He committed genocide.
Yeah, pretty much. So a fun thing about the whole aspect of this community that they find is it's a mixture of Mayan, Aztec, and everything like that. All the Mexican and Central America cultures. The temples, for instance, are actually still standing, which is really cool. And I would love to take you guys.
It would be really cool to actually go.
Yeah, post-COVID, obviously.
Post-COVID.
But it is in Mexico, and you can go and visit them. There's only one temple you're allowed to climb now, because the rest are degrading, and they're scared that they'll fall apart.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the Mayan temples are the ones that are still up. The Aztec part of the culture is the sacrifice. Aztecs were the ones that were sacrificing the people and rolling their heads down the steps and stuff like that. So it was... They used a lot of a mixture of all the Hispanic,
Aztec, Incan,
yeah. They used all of that culture because they didn't want to make El Dorado a specific location. It's supposed to be a mystery, and technically in history they never found it, because even though they did have gold and they did use gold in their jewelry and things like that, they didn't worship gold. They worship in Central America, the thing they worshipped more was cacao. Like,
would you like to elaborate what cacao is for our non-listener?
Chocolate.
I was just trying to...
Hey, this is Jay. I'm here to call you the fuck out. If you didn't know what cacao is, go back to 3rd grade.
Yep.
You have no rights.
But yeah, weren't some of the Aztec, like, it was considered this literally like elevated drink, and they would drink it without
any sugar or anything,
and so they had these really long lifespans because cacao as a substance is actually very good for your heart. It's just all the milk and sugar and everything else that we put into
makes it better and better for your heart and health.
Sure,
that is not FDA approved.
It is a fun fact. It's still used in Hispanic foods quite a lot. Cool. So like mole, if you ever get it, it actually has chocolate in it. If you get good mole.
Sure.
If you get shitty one, it does not. I'm just saying.
Sounds like you've had some bad experiences.
Shush. But it was a very, and it is still a very important thing that came out of Central America was the cacao, and that was something that they discovered, ended up taking, and then they went to Europe and said, but sugar
that we also stole from
Cuba
and the other Caribbean islands.
Yep.
And then we enslaved, not we, but like the Spanish enslaved people, and You know, actually, they kind of touch on that.
Are you kidding? Not just the Spanish.
Well,
the
English. Well, the
too.
English controlled more of like the Southern Americas. They didn't have as many colonies in the Caribbean as the Spanish.
No.
Was where I was going with that. Oh yeah, no. The English don't misunderstand. The English totally enslaved a whole bunch of people that are still having negative impacts on America and everywhere else today.
No one was nice to no one.
No one was nice to no one. The world was a fucking nightmare.
Yep. So, another fun fact, in the Spanish version of the movie...
Oh.
Yeah.
Jay and I went like, hello?
Hello?
Linguistic differences. I'm interested.
In the Spanish version of the movie, the voice actors that do Tulio and Miguel actually are the ones that sing the It's Good to Be a God song.
Uh-huh.
So they actually sing that song.
It didn't sound like the voice actors.
I thought you were going to say they were gay, and I'm so upset now.
Please. In Mexico, that's not going to happen.
I believe
all
in
that
them.
Catholicism?
Nah, not ain't going to happen.
Hey, the Pope said gay rights.
The Pope did
The
Pope
Pope
Francis
did,
has
yes.
rights, all right?
The Pope, I'm not hating the Pope, because the Pope totally, coming from a Hispanic culture, going, gay rights, love you. Thank you. But no, at the time... we did not have a gay rights pope. And Hispanic culture, to this day, it's like, gay? What? Huh? Hold up. Excuse me?
You want what?
Gay? You mean gay?
Exactly. Unfortunately, they do not give gays the rights that they do in America. So, yeah.
But America doesn't give the gays the same rights that they get in Canada.
Yeah.
And everyone has issues.
I mean...
if we wanted to start talking about that, we can start talking about that. But I think we should just accept that and move on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So no, they do the same. They're the ones that sing that song, which is really cool.
Such a good song.
It is such a good song.
To
be a god where mortals have not trod.
And just fun fact, did you guys know that there was a sequel in the works and then got canceled?
What? Tell me more.
We were robbed?
We were robbed.
We were robbed.
In our sleep. With no warning.
Yep, sorry.
What? Tell me more.
So there was a sequel, and it was actually going to be the three of them together.
Excellent.
Plus a child.
Oh!
Chel.
Throuple.
And Tulio's child.
That tracks.
No,
It tracks.
the images look like Tulio. I was
that's fair.
where it couldn't be Miguel? Like,
Why
hello?
Why couldn't they just leave it ambiguous? Give it brown hair. You would not know.
Give it brown hair and green
you.
eyes.
Yeah, you would have no way to track it down.
No. But
It
got canceled, and now we don't have anything.
Hey,
Sad.
DreamWorks, reconsider. It's 2020. We said gay rights. Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
No, I'm not even saying please. I'm telling you to get on it. You have until 2022.
It was already in the works. I'm sure you could find something.
No, I need you to do something good. If it wasn't good, you need to scrap it and do something good.
Give
Please.
us the gay rights that we always want. I mean, they're gay. We can see it.
I mean, at this point, you can't deny it. But
you had Elton John do the fucking soundtrack. You can't get more gay than that.
So,
I'm sorry.
Going into that, let's go into the discussion of the movie. Which, that soundtrack
fucking
slaps!
That soundtrack slaps.
It's like, oh my god, I don't think there has been an original soundtrack that goes quite as hard as The Road to El Dorado.
I mean, even just the opening song. The opening song to this movie.
El Dorado.
I was not a huge fan of the opening number, but every other song in the movie slaps.
slaps.
See, okay, I don't know why I didn't like it, but I remember going into it and going, was all the music like this? Because I feel like it slapped more. And then every other song henceforth was slaps, and I went, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, I mean, the first one isn't their best song, but even opening the way they open,
it's good,
it's
though.
so good.
The opening is beautiful. I will never shit on that. Also, the animation.
Oh my god.
Okay,
yeah, can we
is
talk
it
about
just-
the animation for a
Is
sec?
it just me, but did those
Waves.
barrels
The barrels.
that they were in
Were like
look
CGI or something.
They look so freaking realistic. I thought they were real barrels.
So, I don't think the barrels themselves were realistic. However, The ocean.
Ocean.
Ooh,
All of the water in the Road to El Dorado is immaculate.
Oh.
Well, not
another.
No.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Well, another thing I forgot to mention. You know how that little shark pops out of nowhere to bite.
That's so dumb. That's not how.
No. So that's an homage to the creator or the co-producer. He produced
Jaws.
So that was
that's Hans
cute.
Zimmer. Hans Zimmer
cute.
also worked on Jaws, I think.
Yes. So it was a.
Hold on, Google.
It's not music.
No, don't hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Wait, control find Jaws. No. I thought Hans Zimmer. Am I wrong?
Yes.
What else does Hans Zimmer's do? A fuck
It's
ton.
the director, Steven
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Spielberg.
Oh, Hans Zimmer also did Prince of Egypt.
Yep. No, but it's an homage to the director of the movie.
Oh.
Because he directed Jaws too.
Okay, so the animation was credited as a mash between the old world of animation and the new world of animation. They had some scenes that were hand painted, similar to how Disney used to do it back in the day, and some scenes that were CG animated. If memory serves, this article is much longer than I thought it was. If memory serves, the entire ocean was completely CGI'd. The rocks, I think, were also CGI'd in the end game, as well as the boat. I don't remember all of them, but
the boat looked distinctly different.
But it was credited as one of the first to mash them together in a cohesive way that wasn't jarring.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, especially I think on high definition television, you can see the difference a lot clearer. I remember when I watched it, I didn't remember it being as crystal clear, like clearly defined as CGI, but I think if you watched it on the VHS on a older TV,
couldn't tell.
The fuzziness would blend it together more.
Yeah.
Sometimes having less D's is good.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah, some of the themes I had were how you view yourself in conjunction with your society, versus how you actually are, and then found family trope. And loud blonde trope.
Yeah.
He's a loud blonde.
I don't want to talk about it. You're right.
I love Miguel.
Miguel's the best.
I have a weakness for the loud blonde trope. We don't have to talk about it. However, what we can talk about is the fact that they're a rogue and a bard on a quest.
Oh my god, yes!
So the end of the movie totally reads like oh shit, we totally forgot about this end game. I don't want to fight an army. We're just a rogue and a bard. How are we going to defeat an army? We're a rogue and a bard.
Even when they're split up, because I would put Miguel and Tulio.
Yep.
Yes.
I said their names correctly.
Good job.
I don't want to say what I almost said because people will laugh at me. I keep trying to call Tulio Timon, and I have no reason to. Like Timon and Pumbaa.
See what you said at dinner.
Couple. At the very end when they're trying to get back on the boat with each other, right before he goes over, it feels like the DM had to somehow stitch the two main characters back together, the two PCs.
It does.
They had to. So he was like, "Go be with him." Rolled a nat 20 acrobatics check and saved the fucking day.
Yes.
And the DM sitting there like, I had this entire army planned out to fight you, but I guess you escape unharmed.
Damn it!
God damn it! It literally feels like the PC's ruining the DM's plans, and
it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful. I love it.
I've noticed one specific thing. Every show that I watch that feels like a D&D campaign feels so authentic and runs so well.
It does, because Avatar
Avatar: The Last Airbender is like that. We're not going to dive into it. It does flow much like a D&D campaign in its pacing and stuff, and that is just a really good format to use.
Yes.
I think it's a good storytelling.
I don't know. This whole movie is a good storytelling. I mean, you start in the beginning where you're introduced to these two characters in the most beautiful way. And you're introduced, you can see their chaotic energy together.
Yeah.
Because
they're so in love too. Like the minute they go into like they get into oh shit territory, they're like, all right, time to pull our standard con.
Yeah, because you right off the bat they go, okay, I have a sword. You know what to do.
I fought your sister. That's a compliment.
Like,
you gave me loaded dice. Plus, I love. Okay, so even. Okay, I'm gonna bring the D&D thing back up. Yeah. I love the way that they hooked both the characters and the viewer into the storyline, because literally the first time we see them, they're playing the dice game. They're playing for gold. The opponent's out of gold. They bet a map, and that is such a perfect hook. You want to know what's on the map. I want to know what's on the map. Everyone wants to know what's on the map, except the grumpy one. The grumpy one can't want to know what's on the map, otherwise the trope is broken.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that makes them such a good couple, Tulio, from like 5 minutes in, goes, not the face. Not the face.
Also, side note, on the topic of awkward sexualized scenarios, he pulls the face, he pulls a couple other faces, and just before the dude rips away the map, he's doing this weird cross-eyed panting face.
Okay, there's like so many freaking faces in this.
And the dude rips away the map and he goes, oh, nothing. I was not doing that.
I am heterosexual.
Ahegahu?
Yes.
But no, and some of the staging in accompaniment with the soundtrack is so good. It's so good. There are so many little moments where how it was animated flows so beautifully with the soundtrack, and it elevates it to this whole other level with the staging, and it's that good shit.
I love how when they hop over the roof in that very first scene, as they're like giving up and being like, okay, now we got away. Like right before they meet the bull, I feel like they were at the top, and whichever one threw the sword first was like, I throw my sword, and the DM was like, are you fucking sure? And he goes, yeah, it'll be so dramatic. He does that, faces up at the bull, and the player would go, I see I've made a grave mistake. Can I unthrow the sword?
Absolutely fucking not. Deal with the consequences of your actions.
Point out. It was Miguel, if I'm not mistaken, who had both swords.
That tracks.
And he's the one that threw them.
Listen, Miguel is a himbo, and no one can convince him. The shoulders alone on that man.
Miguel is people smart.
He's people smart.
He's people smart. He's not book smart.
Yeah,
Tulio is book smart.
No, I wouldn't even give him that.
Is street smart.
He's street smart.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
He's not book smart.
Neither of them have seen a book. What the fuck is that? Is it gold?
Right. Fair. But
I would doubt that. Side note: that map was a picture map. I would doubt they knew how to read.
Oh. My brain just got exploded. No, but I mean, even just that, like the whole
introduction to them as a team, as a couple.
Great.
They flow so well right off the bat. It really cements it.
And I do like the fact that they introduce Cortez right away, and you feel that threat. Because right away you feel the threat that he's an asshole.
He flat out threatens to flog them. Flogging is pretty fucking violent for a kid's movie.
And enslave them.
Yes.
Yes. I'm more threatened by the flogging.
I mean, you get...
that tracks. I mean, but I was also raised Catholic, so...
It's not that I was surprised. It's that I was surprised that they said it in a kid's movie. Also, they say hell at one point.
Oh, they say a lot of cuss words if you catch them.
I only caught the one. Hell, what else did they say?
There's a part where Tulio, it's mostly Tulio that's cussing.
Yes, it is.
That tracks.
There's a part where he cuts himself off. Every single time they cut it off. Right as he goes,
okay, but
holy...
he actually said hell, though. They let it slip.
No, yeah.
Oh.
Because
I missed
at that
all of
point,
this.
in the early 2000s, hell was no longer considered the bad word.
Fine.
It was finally allowed on TV.
Fair.
So they could let it in. But he was like, holy and then they cut it off. No, he says holy shit.
Yes, he does.
He says holy shit.
And then there's another scene where I think they're at the stone, and he's like, what the...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I just point... Oh, I'm just going to say this real fast. Tangled ripped off The Road to El Dorado because there's a loud blonde running around with a white horse, and that horse has personality.
Flint Rider is their child, and I will not be convinced otherwise.
Oh! It's the same horse!
It's the same... Oh my god, it's the same fucking horse! Or it's the horse's grandkid. I don't know how horses work. That, okay, side note, that horse should have broken his leg so many fucking times.
Oh my god.
That horse should not be...
Horses cannot go upstairs the way they show
horses should not be rocketed through a spew of water after yeeting themselves off of a boat and then be able to just be like, oh shit, my golden hooves, I'll hide them. Yeah. They should not be able to do that.
There's also, the fact that the horse goes, let me get you a crowbar.
Gets the keys.
The keys.
You know what that was? That was a nat 20 animal handling check. The horse still has no idea what you said, but it will give you something helpful. DM rolls a dice, another nat 20. He hands you the keys.
Well, it's not a pry bar. Also, Tulio at that point rubs his face into Miguel's butt. That's not a platonic action.
Also, I understand that Europe is a little different from America, but they are so casual about getting naked in front of each other, and the second there's a third party, a woman no less, they go, do you mind? But if it's each other, it's fine.
Hey guys, welcome to the mid-roll of this week. Jay again. Apologies for the episode coming out late. The holidays kind of screwed up my schedule, and yep, we're a day behind. But we are still here. We have new mics. I hope everything is sounding good to everyone. We've got something kind of cool in store for you in December, so hopefully we have a couple of interested parties. It's not going to be a normal episode. We're going to do something kind of different. And yeah, hopefully it all shapes up. Also, hopefully by the next episode that you see, we will have a whole new logo. So we're going to be getting rid of that purple and white monstrosity that was auto-generated for us. And we're going to actually have something original and new. So keep an eye out for that. I think that's all we have for you guys this week. Please stay safe. Please stay inside. I hope everybody had a safe Turkey Day. And that your holidays are just as good. Even though I'm technically not allowed to say holidays yet. We'll get into that next week. Stay tuned after the episode for your hint for next week. And yeah, enjoy. Have fun.
Oh, can we talk about the dressing scene for a second? So, when they're dressing, Miguel is the first one to don the traditional fancy El Dorado garb.
Yes.
And he's like, let's be gods. Let's join this culture. Let's experience this. Let's do this. And Tulio, still dressed in his Spanish garb, is like, no. We are going to pretend to be gods and leave. We are going to get as much money as we can from these people.
Get the fuck out. And for me, that really cements how Tulio views himself as a part from, whereas Miguel views himself as a part of. Yeah. And how he wants to...
People versus streets.
Yes.
Yeah.
I talking about that scene, I like how this movie has a lot of adult connotations, a lot of things that only adults would notice. Particularly even the party scene, you see them
Get high
and drunk.
It was a trip.
The horse starts turning colors and then
they
falls
start
over,
swirling. Like if you ever seen the Pikachu use on acid thing on YouTube, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, you see them as a child, you would think, oh, it's just they're making a fun music
it's
video.
just a colorful interpretation of a party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as an adult,
you
know they're
you
getting
are
drunk.
aware.
You know.
I mean, you know what that purple drink is. If you don't, we got some issues.
Yeah, I wonder. Okay, part of me almost wonders if they figured out what vodka was way faster than everyone else, because that shit was stronger than wine. They got drunk fast.
It's tequila.
I forgot tequila was a thing. Hi, I don't drink.
Tequila in Mexico, honey.
Yep, that's right. I'm sorry.
I mean, you.
They
now that I'm thinking about it, I think you see some agave plants in the background.
I mean, yeah, if it's supposed to be a blend of Incan, Mayan, and Aztec culture.
Yeah, because Mayan's more central, and that is definitely
tequila.
Where you find tequila. Being the person that comes from...
Mayra was so surprised. She heard the music and we both went, tequila.
I'm so sorry. I thought that was the one song I could do that you would know the word.
It's one word.
I know, but it's...
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. It's okay.
I went to go place, and then I was like, I'm gonna touch the box, so I'm just gonna hold it right here.
You put your hand close, and I went, don't freak out. It's been fine so far, don't freak out.
Yeah.
That box is taboo right now.
But yeah, it's fun. Fun fact. I'm
oh.
from that area of the Mexico that makes tequila. So, yay.
Ooh. So what you're saying is you're a child of Dionysus.
I'm feeling devious and looking glamorous.
Devious.
And polyamorous.
Wine.
And women.
Just saying, might be why I'm a little chaotic.
It's a good kind of chaotic. We love it. Okay.
But yeah, so that scene was great.
I just want to make a note about the animation that
it was so good.
It was good, but there was goof. So
Oh,
when
there
they
was
land,
obviously,
when they land, this was the big one that I caught. When they land, Miguel pulls an El Dorado sword, like one of the warrior swords, out of the sand, and then it's still there after he pulls it out of the sand.
I thought there were two.
Yeah, there were two.
No, it shows him pulling the one out of the rib cage.
Oh.
And when they cut back, they forgot to take it out of the frame.
Yeah.
Because I went and rewatched it a few times because I was like, no, they wouldn't.
They couldn't possibly.
They couldn't.
Also, I love... In the 1560s, I don't think they knew to not drink seawater, but I love how they put that in there.
There are so many little modern... That's why it really does feel like a D&D campaign.
Yeah, and like, what was his name? Tal Khan?
Shekel Khan?
Yeah, it starts with a T.
The high priest?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just going to call him the high priest because I will not remember how to
pronounce that
name.
Because it's like
I can spell it.
cheesy
Yeah.
bullshit.
I can spell it, I can't say it. The high priest, he does air quotes. And I've seen his little book with the writings. That is not a Germanic language that he is reading.
No.
I know that it's, it's probably supposed to be some version of Spanish, but that is, whatever is written in that book
supposed to be Aztec.
Okay, exactly. It is not Germanic, meaning it's not like our writing system.
Yeah.
Which means they wouldn't have air quotes.
Nope,
they wouldn't have regular quotes either.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of little nuances that, I mean...
Yeah. I mean, he I don't... He kind of also reads as a queer-coded villain as well. A little bit. Like, the way he... I don't know. He's very flamboyant.
But it's a high priest.
I
Say what you want to say.
Here comes a thought that might trigger you.
Oh no.
He strikes me as a over-religious zealot.
Yep.
He strikes me as the bad Christian.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean that with as much respect as one can give to a mean Christian.
I mean, do mean Christians deserve any respect?
That was the point.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, no, like, if you think about it, he used it, and granted, according to him, the readings of his book...
But he uses his religion against everybody.
Exactly, yeah. He uses his religion against anyone almost indiscriminately.
To literally terrify his society.
Like, okay, here's the thing that confuses me about him. He's not like every other, like... I would use the word dictator, I guess, who, like, you know, crucifies their own people. He doesn't strike me as any of them because he doesn't want to kill a certain kind of people. He says to, I almost said Timon again, Tulio and Miguel that all humans are bad. All human. He wants to kill all humans.
He strikes me as... Okay, here's
Here's
a theory.
Okay.
He's a demigod.
Okay. I don't think so because he actively considers himself
beneath the gods.
Yes, and he actively considers himself a human.
Yes.
So there's a lot of self-hate in there.
I mean, well, so again with the queer coding.
With the religion.
He's very religious to the point that he's like, but I think we also got to think about the religion that they're trying to mimic in this, where human sacrifice at this point meant wealth.
Yes.
Meant good comings for this society. So if I kill my entire country, or my entire village at this point, sorry.
No, you're good.
If I kill my entire village, we will prosper later on.
Yes, I completely understand where you're coming from. And I would also like to add on to that point. Even if he was a religious zealot, the way that I said earlier, he was still right. He still got powers from those gods. He was basically a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Counter? Warlock.
I don't know how magic casters work. I believe you.
Actually, I agree with Warlock, because Warlock, you need a Patreon to give you your powers.
A Patreon, huh?
How a Patreon?
Oh, interesting. You might be considering that.
Yes. But you need a Patreon to give you those... Shut up.
A patron.
Patron.
I'm sorry.
I can't...
plugged it once, you plugged it twice. I fucking love it.
I can't help it. Sorry. But you need a patron to give you your powers. Which can be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Instance, he becomes an evil little motherfucker. But I think also the fact that his whole all humans must die, comes from his religion aspect, because his book is telling him sacrifice is good.
Lawful evil.
Yeah. See,
he's a warlock of... he's a tome-packed warlock.
Yes.
So for me, his whole, like, storyline kind of struck me as, like... Oops, sorry. His whole storyline kind of struck me as, like, following your religion as it's written might not always be a good thing.
Yes.
The letter of the law versus the spirit of the law.
Yeah, because the way that I kind of interpreted his and the chieftain's, like, you know, dichotomy was kind of like... the people, the will of the people versus the will of the book. And sometimes the book is not good for the will of the people.
Okay. This is going to be a little nitpicky, but why would the people of El Dorado know Spanish? And I'm just going to say Spanish because we're going to assume that Miguel and Tulio are speaking Spanish, even though we know it as English.
They're not speaking Spanish, they're speaking common.
Yeah, they're speaking Spanish, obviously. Since they come from Spain.
It would have been a different dialect.
It would have been a completely different dialect, because I've heard Mayan being spoken in like Incan and stuff from people who actually
speak the
language that are natives. Well, some ancestry, you know, that. Yeah.
I mean, isn't it technically a dead language at this point?
Yes. Only set small cultures speak it. Particularly because you have to go deep into the jungle to fucking find it. So
Right.
But it's one of those that obviously you had to have it for the story to move forward, but it's not. It obviously that's not how it happened.
Okay, so I would like to pitch one of two theories for this. One, they actually are speaking common, and the magical wizard was able to make it so anyone who entered could speak the same language.
Ooh.
That seems like a cop-out, though, so I will also give you two. Because we're being historically accurate and are currently in the era of Spain where we are doing colonializing, what's to say they didn't have a colonizer already come to their place, teach them all the ways, and maybe, we don't even know, maybe they have a deal with the Spanish Empire where they're giving them gold.
Well, that was what Cortez was doing.
Pause. Cortez was chasing after the stowaways.
No.
No, he was looking for El Dorado.
That's what Cortez's even in history. That's what Cortez's job was. He was to be the original
discoverer,
colonizer. At this point, they already knew Mexico was there, and they didn't know how far Mexico went.
Okay, so unfortunately, we are gonna have to use the cop out of the wizard. The
wizard did it.
Yeah,
the wizard did it.
Because shortly after that, fun fact, once they found out how big South America is, the Pope at the time split it so that Spain and Portugal could be. That's why Brazil is the only South American country that speaks Portuguese, because that's what Portugal got, and then Spain got the rest.
So I just thought of something. Correct me if I'm wrong, other viewers of the movie. Did the El Dorado natives say anything to Tulio and Miguel when they were captured? In it, or did they just motion with their spear?
They motioned with the spear.
They motioned with their spear.
Did the girl,
Chel.
Thank you. I remember the first letter of everything.
It's okay.
Did Chel say anything to them before they got in the city?
No, she didn't she said it after they crossed under the waterfall.
Into the city.
So,
no, not
magic.
the city. Not the city. Under the waterfall. Right after they crossed under the waterfall.
Fine. It's an area, the city itself is maybe enchanted.
Who could speak to the Spaniards outside of the waterfall? Magic boy!
Gone.
Oh.
High priest
boy.
Magic boy is what I said.
It's Magic Brian.
Yeah. Oh God.
It's me, Magic Brian. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I would say I would agree with you. Especially because technically El Dorado is not an actual city. So the way that they set it up, it is a magical city that they found. So I think I would agree with you on that. 100%.
Hell yeah.
Because they definitely feels like a thing they found.
Yep. Magical city magic. A wizard did it.
I mean, also, the more I think about it, the more that totally makes sense, because before the waterfall, every animal that we see is completely normal and completely average sized, and the second you get inside of that fucking town, they are
ginormous.
Also,
they are large.
How the fuck did a sea turtle get in there?
That is the best question I've heard all night.
Well, it's no, turtles exist.
Sea turtles.
Is it a sea turtle?
It's a sea turtle.
So like the only way a turtle could be that big is if it were a sea turtle.
If it's a sea turtle.
See, I just kind of assumed that we were going with like magic animal rules because they literally have one of the birds from Up ripped off the birds.
Yeah.
Well,
kinda. They look very, very,
it's not,
very
it's
similar.
It's not an Easter egg, but they do look similar.
Yes.
So that's another opinion.
Yeah.
Was Up DreamWorks?
No, it's
Disney.
Pixar.
There we go. But yeah, the birds that Miguel feeds while he's exploring the city and being a part of the culture look very similar to the birds in
I just thought they were oversized flamingos.
One quick tidbit of an issue I have. Even though he's a bard and he probably could do this because he's a bard, How the fuck does he make a guitar out of a drum, a stick, and...
Okay, if you had... Okay, see, let me... Can
Proficiency and...
Let me do it.
Okay.
So, we've played this out before. Have we not gotten to a city, asked the DM, hey, can I just make this? And we do it in like a day and a half.
Oh, fine.
I don't like it, but it's true.
Okay, fine, you're
Also,
right.
yeah, like, I'm sure that man has probably had to repair his own...
Also, he might have had to just flat out make his own before.
Okay.
He's a broke-ass bitch.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so I'm gonna touch on this because no one else is. I really like... Usually, I don't like the trope of the sexy lady coming in and doing shit. But for some reason, they wrote Chel so well. It was believable. And not in a overbearing way. Like, somehow they gave her the sex appeal that you would expect from someone who wants in on a con as a girl without overdoing it. And she literally gives a dude a blowjob on screen. So I know it's weird saying that.
Okay, I think it's because literally
She's
everyone
competent.
else...
Yes.
Well, A, she's competent, and she's not dressed like an other. The majority of the other women that we see on screen are at least dressed similarly to Chel.
That's very
Chel's
fair.
is a little more revealing. Like, some of the other women have, like, more skirts. But the general concept of her costume...
I mean, her bottom looks almost identical to the Chief's.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, I think the reason it works is the way she is drawn, her character design is not super other. Like, it's distinctive, and it allows you to catch her as like, oh, there she is on screen. But it's not, like, titties out.
If you didn't know she was a main character and looked at her in the background, you wouldn't really be able to point her out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is really... go ahead, Mayra.
No. Yeah,
And,
I was just saying
I thought you were holding something in. I was like, polite.
Well, I have one comment on that. I liked how she wasn't just there for them to use her as the sex.
Yes.
The sexy, oh, look at her. It was more of, shit, how the fuck do you get us out of this? Get us out of this. Get us out of this.
She's literally... they would not have survived without Chel, and I think that makes a difference.
And plus, they gave her her own motives.
Yes.
Like, she wanted to leave the city. And side note, I really wish they would have done a sequel now, because I'm really interested to know if after they got out of the city, they could understand her.
Yes.
Yes, because they do talk to her.
Because she talks slightly after
I
the
think
waterfall.
After they get out of the city, I think...
They're communed.
They're attuned to each other?
It's sort of like you're attuned to each other, but also I think at some point you're...
Into the mic, why?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was coming.
Oh, I think on that aspect, if we're going with the magical thing, at that point, they have also been around each other long enough to understand body language.
Okay, I'm going to pitch something. So... maybe by being born in El Dorado, the spell, speak all, or comprehend all language is just in her blood now.
I like that.
Another thought is once you go under the waterfall,
the spell comprehend languages has become like a part of your blood,
and you drink the water.
Drink the water. That's beautiful, Mayra.
Well done.
Oh my god.
Because at that point, that water's separate from...
It really is.
And they spend, 4 days there in total?
Yeah. 4 or 5.
No.
4.
It takes 3 days to
build the
and
ship.
it had already been a day.
Yeah.
Because they approach the chief after they arrive and have the party and the sacrifice. So that's 1 day, and then 3 days.
So 3 days.
Also, I'm going to say this. I'm really impressed with how bloody they tried to make that movie.
I know. There's murder at every turn.
Yeah, like either they're talking about literally flogging someone, or they're talking about decapitating people, pushing that dude they almost pushed into the waterfall. I know it comes from culture. I understand, but to put it all in a kids movie, they spared no detail. Mm-hmm. They were like, why aren't you pulling this dude's guts out right now? Why aren't you killing this whole team of ball players? What's up?
Which is actually accurate. to the sport. I don't remember what the sport is actually called, but it's the game they play is based off of a real sport that was played, and the losing team would literally be killed.
The losing team would be decapitated.
Yeah.
So it was. I mean, that's always been a huge thing. It's these. I like how they really didn't. A lot of people hate the fact that they weren't specific on culture, and I understand why. But at the same time, I like the fact that they weren't specific on the culture, because you see a lot of different aspects of Hispanic culture in one
Indigenous cultures.
Indigenous culture in one movie. And you don't know if you're in Mexico, or if you're in Ecuador, or if you're in Brazil, or if you just don't know.
Can I...
Oh, may I please first? Oh, this is tied on. The ball game was called Ulama, and it is a ritual ball game played since at least 1650 BC. There's a specific reason that I wanted to mention this, because I remember this from being a nerd, and I looked this up at one point. No, I'm sorry. I was mostly talking to fill the void.
Okay.
I'll probably cut that out. This ball game, if memory serves, because this is an entire Wikipedia article and I'm not reading it right now on the podcast live, was one of the first ball games like that. It's kind of basketball-ish. It's one of the first that humans ever played.
Neat.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna move on for...
That's what I thought. Bitch.
So. Ho?
I've never heard you say ho before.
Really?
Really?
Oh! What do I usually say?
Not ho!
You
Normally
say bitch.
you just look at me and go, rude!
Yeah, or you say bitch.
Or you parrot what I say. There you go.
The chief figures out they're not gods pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's really funny, though, because, like, he's like, hey, Miguel, if you want to stay, even though you're not a god, I think you're pretty chill. You want to vibe? We can vibe.
I love how, like, going back to the whole, like, religion analogy, the chief is basically like, hey, you are seen as a religious idol right now, and it's not real, but, like, is religion even real anyway? Because, like, you're preaching these good things, and I would like my town to have more good things. So, like...
Yeah.
So, like, you want to stay and vibe?
Can we just vibe? Like, we'll just make up a new religion around you. It's chill. We'll figure it out along the way.
Yo, I'll help cover for you. It's fine.
I'll cover.
When you get really, like, you start aging, then we'll, like, kick you out, and no one will know.
Or we'll just put you...
No, it'll be like, he took a mortal form to be with us, because he wants to know what it's like to be a true human in El Dorado.
Yeah, like...
No, but, I like the
Chief Tawny. There we go.
The chief really, even, like, yeah, he figured it out pretty quickly. But I like the fact that he didn't say anything, because he did see the good that Miguel in particular was doing for his community, because it was plagued with death. I'm pretty...
Yeah.
The way that the... high priest made it sound...
Jekyll Khan.
Yeah.
Made it sound was like they had been sacrificing people on the daily.
Yeah, left and right.
Yeah, I love how throughout the movie he just kind of treats
Chief Tawny?
Yes.
Okay.
What's his name?
Jekyll Khan?
No,
Tulio.
It's
not Timon. God fucking damn it. Yes, I love how he treats Tulio like Miguel's +1.
Yes.
Like, Miguel's doing all these good things, and he's just like, yeah, you came with him. I guess I don't really like you, but, like, I'm not going to tell my new stepson that.
I guess you're here, too.
I'm not going to tell my new adopted child this. He's basically... I love this boy. I'm not going to...
He's just a good, pure being.
If he loves a slime ball, fine. He's going to love a slime ball, but, like,
ew.
Fine.
Yeah.
That's exactly the
I
vibe.
love my godly gay son.
Yes.
I love my dead gay son.
Wrong! I changed it.
I love my god gay son.
There you go.
But
literally, no, because Miguel's like, hey, can I learn about your culture? It's kind of neat here. Will you teach me? I want to.
Hey, can we not kill people?
Can we not
please?
kill people?
I think it'll be better for everyone if we don't kill people. Can we be nice to people too? Is that a thing?
Can we
do we nice?
Do we nice? And Chief Tani's like, yes, we do. And Tulio's like, bitch.
No, Tulio's just up in the castle going, I like girls sometimes.
no, he's up in the castle going, what the fuck's going on? Oh,
I
yeah,
don't even
just
think.
keep
I don't
going.
think. I don't think he had the forethought to be like hello to the outside world. He was just like, boobs.
He got really distracted by a very pretty girl.
Dude, the first thing he said,
Both of
Chel
them.
is off limits. First thing he does.
Immediately.
First thing he does.
Okay, I'm gonna say some stuff. We don't have to keep it in. We might. Who knows?
What's
we
your
didn't,
hot take?
We didn't last time I said this, but I would like to point this out, and I think it's very funny. So, when you see some kind of OTP on screen, you kind of make the decision on where everyone's going to be. And I had made the decision that Tulio would be not a bottom.
Mm-hmm.
However, when they get on the horse at the end, it's the girl, see?
Chel.
It's Chel,
Miguel.
Tulio,
Oh, Tulio.
and Miguel.
Miguel.
And that lineup was so not what I was expecting. It made me laugh really hard.
I think Tulio was not a bottom until that moment.
It made me doubt everything I previously thought.
Just because
okay, after that moment, I rethought his entire character, and correct me if I'm wrong, but he seems like he would just be a bratty bottom.
He's a power bottom.
No, bratty.
Bratty.
All right, yeah.
Gripey and demanding.
Yep. Yep.
And also a bit of a pillow prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because literally the only thing he did for Chel the entire time they were
give her a
vibing,
massage!
yeah, and it wasn't even a good massage. And I'm pretty sure she started doing that. She took it as an advance, and she turned around and was like,
So, anybody notice that Chel went straight for his butthole?
"Yep."
So yeah, Tulio's a bratty bottom.
Just saying.
I actually noticed that. I need to go rewatch my rewatch. What the fuck?
Can we also acknowledge how this was, for many of us, the start of our shipping of the red and blue coded characters?
No, it wasn't.
It's red.
This has been a thing since before the 2000s.
No, I know, but like, it was our first exposure to.
For you. I need you to understand this has been a thing since before 2000.
I understand that.
So you're saying it's the first time I'm saying?
I'm saying I was born in 1994.
Okay, for you.
Again,
I said for many of us. I'm sorry. I forget I'm the youngest in this room. I'm sorry.
Not even 2 years. 2 years.
There are so many differences between you and me.
That means nothing.
I'm
anyway,
shutting up because I'm old.
Okay, no, my only point in saying that was there are it might have been
the start. Many of us. But I was trying to say that this was our first for the 90s kids.
Bitch, what
We
fucking
are 90s
age would
kids.
you're making me older than I am? Shut up.
For the zillennials out there.
For the zillennials, this may have been your first exposure to red and blue coded characters and shipping them together.
Yeah.
Who else were you? Like, what other
I
examples?
thought of them, and the second I went to open my mouth, forgot them. So if you would like me to pause, I will Google it.
Well, how about we discuss those later? Because we keep bringing up other shit.
I'm just curious.
It's okay. I can just cut it out. It's chill.
We can also talk about how during the Jaguar fight, cold eras don't work like that.
Yeah.
What?
So when the Jaguar goes on to the frozen, or the cooled lava. That's not how rock works.
Okay, but to build off that, let's pretend for a second that is how it works.
Okay.
The second he stepped out of that lava, all of the joints on that thing would have immediately solidified.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been able to move.
Even if that's how lava worked, he still wouldn't have been able to walk out of it more than 3 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
the minute that jaguar got put into the lava, even if it could have survived,
it should have melted.
It should have melted, by most accounts.
Because most of that stone is lava stone,
yeah.
so it's
the
automatically gonna smelt.
Yeah, the minute it got reintroduced to its appropriate heat, it would have re-solidified because it's similar stone, or remelted because it's similar stone. But the second, hypothetically, if it did survive, it would have
it cooled.
Yeah, there would not all the lava would have dripped off. Some of it would have, but not all of it, and enough of it would have
cooled,
solidified the joints, like Jay said.
I don't know if it would have been instantaneous.
No, lava does take a minute to cool, but
it would have still
it would have mucked up the joints as well.
Once it cooled, there was no getting out of that shit.
Yeah.
So that wasn't planned properly.
I mean, it was a cool scene. I really liked the scene.
It was a really cool scene. This movie has a lot of beautiful scenes.
Oh.
I mean...
Did you find him?
I found the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Sailor Moon.
Haha! Yes!
I didn't watch Sailor Moon.
I didn't either, but I knew the red one was shipped with the blue one.
Oh.
No.
Hmm? Oh, this is... I don't know why I didn't star this, but when they have their fight, Miguel and Tulio...
Oh, you mean the volcano scene?
No. Like their legitimate fight, like their breakup fight.
Oh, yeah.
Right before the jaguar fucks with the city. As Jacques Khan is making his potion and he kills his assistant or whatever, which was real sad.
I like that guy.
Okay, so every time he was on scene up until then, it had been a while since I saw this. I forgot. I had basically dubbed him Yzma's weird cousin. And he was just little Kronk, and then he killed little Kronk, and I was like, "You're disowned from the family." Even Yzma wouldn't do that, you heathen.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so he killed Kronk's brother.
He does give you Kronk's feeing too.
He does. He's just this pure little dude. Every time he asks something, he gives like a genuine answer. He's got this little smile. He's a good dude.
He's just like, "Hey, we were just doing what I was told. We were following orders
he cooks. He makes
cooks.
the potion."
So
poor
yeah,
dude.
OG Kronk. The statue, the carving of the gods on the seahorse, it cracks down the center, separating the two gods, which is really good symbolism.
Yes.
And also they basically have like a breakup song during. You can't look at me and tell me that I'm wrong.
Also, the scene where they're, like, you brought this up, the scene where they're fighting right before the jaguar comes down is the gayest scene.
Yes.
No, they're, like, forehead to forehead arguing. That is not a thing straight people do. I've seen enough of them fight. That's not what they do.
That's exactly what gay people do. Oh my god.
You get awkwardly close and keep yelling. I would assume in a relationship it would just get closer and louder.
Yo.
Oh my god.
They have... I just love this movie.
They read as a romantic couple. And I'm really sad that they decided to edit out all of the kisses.
I understand.
I don't.
Why? In the aspect of... Because they also try to cut out the whole blowjob scene, but they really couldn't.
They really couldn't if they wanted anyone to believe that Tulio was straight, with air quotes. Bye. But yeah, that's really it. They have this whole breakup scene, and then
the breakup scene was good.
He smashes the little Tulio statue.
Oh.
So yeah, the breakup scene is really, really good. I like it. I like how it was played out. I like how they got them back together too.
Yeah.
with the whole, Miguel saving the day. And he seems like the type of guy that typically follows Tulio's lead. And in this moment, he decided to take the lead in the aspect of he's leaving what he aspired to have at this point behind.
In the beginning, they kind of have a Pinky in the Brain kind of vibe.
Yes.
And by the end of the movie, Miguel has figured himself out enough to be able to be on even footing rather than there be a dichotomy.
Right.
Yes.
It feels very much like Miguel needed this adventure much more than Tulio.
Yes. Yeah. And I honestly do like how they ended the movie where this mysterious city that they find just disappears. Because even in the history books, they never found this mysterious city where this golden man came from.
Yeah, right. And they didn't get to take any of the gold with them, aside from the horseshoes, which are a whole problem that I'm not getting into. Gold is soft.
Yeah, that's a terrible thing to...
But, aside from that, they weren't able to take any of the gold, which I think really...
solidifies
that concept. And also, the way Cortez ends in this movie, because it feels very much how he finds the indigenous person, and he does tell him to take him to his people, and at the end of the day, he does do genocide on a whole civilization. But you have this moment of him going trying to find something that he's never going to be able to achieve. So I thought that was really nice, because his goal was not to commit genocide. His goal was find the city of gold. And the fact that they shut that potential for him to be able to find is a good way to close it, I think.
Sure.
Because they also give you a finale to his character, even though he wasn't a major character.
And he's still got someone to send to the sugar
plantation.
Yep.
But I do like how the story very much has closings for all characters.
Yeah, the A plot and the B plot both wrap up really well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, court is in session. What do we think of this movie?
Well, actually...
we need to talk about the fandom.
There is actually a fandom.
Oh, yes, there is.
And they are alive and well and very gay.
Oh, so I did read this. The fandom had died down mid-2010s, and the fandom has spiked again.
It has.
I mean, the fandom is proud and alive.
And very gay, as Jay had mentioned.
Oh, yes.
All of the little closeted babies, they're adults now.
I just found all the cute, fluffy things with
course
Miguel. I couldn't help it. Miguel and Tulio make such a cute little couple.
Also, there are so many TikToks.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I was so impressed. Even... for such an old fandom, I wasn't expecting to see that many. There are so many.
Well, and there was even the revival redo soundtrack that the two girls did. I didn't look all that much into it.
I think it has to do with the fact that it is in its 20th anniversary year.
Ooh, true.
And, dude, the cosplayers, though. Can we talk about these people?
Yes.
Because
God
if you have cosplayed Miguel and Tulio...
or Chel.
It's been planned for me for so long.
Mighty and
all the
powerful
ones
gods.
have ever seen are beautifully done.
Immaculate.
I mean, I have yet to come across a cosplayer that I'm like, ooh, you shouldn't have done that. Because every single one that I've come across, it is beautiful.
I feel like the standard is so high because it's been out for A, so long, and B, if you're gonna cosplay an old character like that, and a character that is so deeply beloved, people don't want to put it out there unless it's perfect.
I was a little surprised. There are only 261 tagged AO3 fics.
Really?
Y'all need to get on this shit. Where the fuck are you?
Where are the fanfic
I know
writers?
They basically write themselves, but we still need to document.
I mean, yeah.
Hold on.
And it finally loaded. So, let's see. I did this for a project once. Looked into a bunch of ships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so most popular ships from this fandom.
Yes.
If I could click on, there we go. Miguel and Tulio.
Obviously.
Chel, Miguel, Tulio.
Not surprised.
Yeah. No.
Chel and Tulio.
Yep.
Miguel and Tulio again. And this one, I don't know why it's here. Flynn Rider and Rapunzel.
What? I fucking told you! I didn't even know that existed!
And then there's just a bunch of different combinations of the same characters I just said. Aladdin and Jasmine is also on there. I don't know why. It's probably a crossover fic. There's exactly 4.
Oh.
Y'all do you. But no, that's pretty much what I expected, to be honest. I remember also back in the day there were a lot of like really good artists that did a lot of work for the show, whether it be shippy or just fandom in general.
Right.
But they were really good, like no matter what they were. Good job, everyone. You did good.
Yeah.
I know.
This fandom is a delight
Kickin'.
to be in.
It is a delight to be in. But some parts, if you look a little too close, are very not safe for work, so please be aware.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, the movie's borderline not safe for work.
Yes, I know, but like it's a warning that needs to be said.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair.
Although, honestly, you'd think I read into those.
No, I feel like with this, you got enough angst from the movie.
Oh, God.
See, you have 2 moods, Mayra. You either, if the movie itself is full of angst and drama, you just want fluff fix.
Oh,
if
yes.
the movie's full of fluff, you want those angst fixed.
Oh
you
my
want
God,
those slow
yes.
burns.
Oh, my
so,
gosh. Talk about. Oh no, this is after podcast conversations.
Oh my God.
Because you and I have something to talk about.
Oh my
Oh, what the
God!
fuck?
Why?
I don't
No,
wanna.
I don't.
More
my mom.
Olympus.
Oh.
Oh, no,
Bitch!
stop, no spoilers, no outside material aside from the source.
No, that's why I said after the show.
Yeah, okay. So, overall, I would give the fandom a check mark. Check mark?
Check mark.
Okay, because we finally get to vote on the fandom.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is like a first. Check mark for the fandom with a label saying, proceed with caution in the not safe for work variety.
Yes.
Don't be a fool.
To a heart that's cruel. Don't. Okay, sorry. I get stuff stuck in my head.
Movie?
The movie overall. The court will now convene.
Yes.
Judges? Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
Yes, 1,000 times yes.
So
Stars
good.
are in the line. You should watch it today.
Honestly, if you haven't watched it, please go find a copy somewhere.
It's more than
Get
Pirate it.
Hulu, something.
It's worth the free trial. Just go do it.
Just watch the movie.
Dude,
it's great.
It's worth paying for it. I would pay
I
to watch this movie every month.
Yeah.
It's a good shit. Okay.
So we are in agreement. A 3 yes for the
I-
road to
I
El
think
Dorado.
This is the first one where none of us really were like, maybe not.
Since the first couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because
Well-
you were about Over the Garden Wall.
But not
But you still said yes, but you were like,
but not to what's it called? Help me. The Thing. Witches.
Hocus Pocus?
Hocus Pocus.
But not to Hocus Pocus.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then what did we do after that?
Umbrella
did we jump right
Academy.
into Umbrella Academy after that? Because the answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you said no to the first season.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I
No,
said
and then
continue.
you said no to the second season.
Right.
And I said yes to the second season.
And then we have Jumanji where everybody was like, yes,
yeah.
it's worth
we
a
said
watch.
yes, but it didn't age. This has aged immaculately.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was next to nothing that I would change.
There-
Maybe a couple of continuity errors.
Yeah. A little animation fix here and there if they wanted to do like a 20th anniversary re-release.
But like
Yeah.
aside from that, everything bopped. Everything slapped. There was not a single plot point that I can think of that could have been really improved upon, except
I agree.
maybe more world fleshing. But that's flavor.
I mean, that's flavor, and honestly, I don't think you need it.
No.
Because we get a lot of world building when Miguel goes to try to live among the people.
Not what I meant, but I'll take it.
Okay.
I meant like
pre-world building.
More magic exploration.
Yep.
Stuff like that. I
understand.
meant like conceptual world building, not literal. It's
Oops.
fine. Ah,
Sorry.
I thought there was a cat, and then I remembered you didn't have a cat. I was like, oh, kitty. Myra doesn't have a cat. Abort. Okay.
So, with that, we all agree Road to El Dorado
Is it
totally must
10,000%.
watch.
10 out of 10.
So, with that being said, have a good evening, have a good day, enjoy the rest of your time maybe listening to the next episode. If this isn't the first... Yeah, I should...
And here's our audio hint for next week.
Yay.
And also, please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever you want to follow. We're at wsiwtpodcast, or put an underscore under there. I forgot which one is which, but I promise we'll pop up some way or another. Yeah, let's fade into your hint.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching.
You didn't make a noise!
Stop the recording.
Here, I bought you a dress.
You bought me a tent.